Ground ball, double play to get out, not allowing a run, the fire. So you know he is so focused and ready to go out there and dominate.
That was a huge moment in that win over the Padres. It is Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Dodgers trying to complete a sweep. Let's send it upstairs to Steven and EK. Steven, take it away.
Thank you, John, and welcome everybody to Blue Heaven on Earth. Wherever you may be and however you may be joining us, it's our honor and privilege to join you once again from Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. It's the series finale for the Dodgers against the Rockies, and it's Shohei Day for the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani getting ready for his 9th start of the year, coming off back-to-back wins, and yes, he is atop the starting lineup as the designated hitter as well. Let's say hello from the broadcast booth, shall we? Brian Shotgun with Eric Karros. I'm Stephen Nelson. Kirsten Watson is going to check in just a moment. But, EK, the Dodgers are getting hot at just the right time ahead of a big series against the Phillies. A chance to sweep the Rockies. They won 11-13.
Yeah, this was one of those series where you thought maybe a trap deal. Coming off the Brewers series, prior to that San Diego, and then looking ahead to Philly. But the Dodgers have not fallen prey to that at all. Saw what happened last night. Absolutely dominated. Offense was elite. Looking to carry that into tonight.
Not just a quest for a series sweep for the Dodgers as a team, but the quest for a Cy Young Award for Shohei Ohtani here in 2026.
Well, and he's done nothing short to deserve it. He has absolutely dominated in his last couple of outings. He's going to get an opportunity to go against a Rocky offense that likes to chase. Shohei is going to be difficult to attack just because he is so dominant glove side. So good, the stuff he has. Just not a good matchup for the Rockies.
He did leave yesterday's game early after being hit by a pitch on his right pinky, but his hand guard got most of it, and obviously no worse for the wear as he's doing both things today. But the Dodger offense as a whole unit last night, EK, was outstanding. They matched season benchmarks in runs, hits, and home runs in a game.
Yeah, it really was an explosion last night. They only had 6 runners in scoring position, and they were 3 for 6, but yet they still put up 15 runs. The long ball was a big part of their game. The slugging, everybody getting involved. Mookie sighting, 2 home runs. Will Smith, Kike Hernandez, and guess who we get to see tonight? Max Muncy.
Yeah, the cast is changing a little bit in this series finale. Kirsten Watson has the details.
Thanks, Stephen. Let's start with Kike Hernandez. So last night, he did go 2 for 2 with a home run and a double, but after that 4th inning, actually left the game with a left oblique strain. Today, he was placed on the IL, so that means that Alex Freeland has been activated. And Dave Roberts did say that they're going to give him some runway. He's playing at second base, but has the ability to play at third if need be. Max Muncy, after being hit by a pitch a few days ago, he's been down. He is back in the lineup as well, and Dave Roberts feels really good as to where he's at right now, guys.
It's great to see Max back in there so soon, and it's great to see all the smiling faces coming to the ballpark today as they pick up the Yoshinobu Yamamoto World Series last out bobblehead. We got a good one on tap for you. Join us after the break here on Sportsnet LA.
Max Muncy's back in the starting lineup playing third base after missing 4 games. He was hit on the wrist by a pitch Friday in Milwaukee. Nomar, great to see Muntz back in there.
Yeah, this is definitely a good sign. When they brought him into the game last night, I was excited to see him, so that was a good sign, and he's in there today.
Great to have Max Muncy back. Should be an all-star this year.
Dodgers going for a sweep of the Colorado Rockies and increase their lead in the NL West to 4.5 games. It's all about the big show. He'll be on the mound with Steven and EK on the call coming up next.
A car accident.
Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. The real sourdough star is back at Carl's Jr. Get it for just $5.99 for a limited time. And by your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Shohei Ohtani leading the Dodgers out onto the field ahead of the series finale against the Colorado Rockies. He's won each of his last 2 starts, and he's thrown 16 consecutive scoreless innings. Coors Banquet, start your legacy. What a legacy Ohtani has in his baseball career. But just looking within the Dodgers realm, the first 8 starts of a season and the lowest ERA ever, Ohtani trails just one man, and that's the late icon, Fernando Valenzuela.
Yeah, he's got off to a fantastic start, no question about it. He's looking to continue to build on that as well, and there's no reason to think that he won't do that. Look at that arsenal, and this is what the Rockies will have to face. That 4-seamer, the sweeper, splitter. The sweeper has just been dynamic against both righties and lefties. I mean, look at it. Any pitch is good unless you throw the cutter, and somebody probably just got lucky against that. But so much to have to cover. Look for him to dominate on glove side. That's where Shohei does most of his damage as a pitcher.
He'll face this starting lineup for Warren Schaefer and the Colorado Rockies. Jake McCarthy leads off in center field. Tyler Freeman will bat behind him in right. TJ Rumfield, who had to leave the series opener in the first inning after getting hit by a pitch, he draws back in at first base. Hunter Goodman will clean up behind the plate. Troy Johnston in left. Willie Castro bats sixth at third base. Ezekiel Tovar playing short. Sterling Thompson has DH duties, and Edouard Julien at second base.
McCarthy.
Last Wednesday in San Diego, Ohtani beat the Padres. 5 innings, his shortest outing of the year. Had gone 6+ in his first 7 starts, threw 88 pitches in his last turn, and he struck out 4. We're underway with a strike. The fastball at 98 by the swinging bat of McCarthy.
Look for the Rockies to be very aggressive early in the count.
McCarthy aggressive, but way out in front of that fastball at 99, 0-2. And when you get 2 strikes against you facing Ohtani,
can't be good.
As Mo would say, you could just start your trip back to the dugout. 9 for 98, an 0.92 clip. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and a punch out to start for Ohtani.
Well, the only way to hit the curveball or to handle the sweeper, don't miss the fastball. And that's what you're going to have to hope for tonight if you're on that Rocky Ball Club.
1 strikeout down, 6 to go to get 7 total, and free Jumbo Jacks in Los Angeles tomorrow after the purchase of a large drink. As dominant as Shohei has been as a pitcher, best ERA in Major League Baseball, the Dodgers remarkably just 4-4, 500 record in the games that he tolls the rubber. Ball in on Freeman in an even count. And that is the reason why at the bottom of your screen, the run support average is the 4th worst in the National League. Good sweeper. We'll jump ahead 1-2.
What if you're part of that offense? Do you blame yourself? I mean, he's in the unique situation, right, where it's
on a 1-2. Freeman can't swing at that. Well, that's why on the very first pitch he saw in San Diego from Randy Vasquez,
right,
like, I'm just going to help my own cause here. Popped him up. Freeland at second.
First baseman, number 7, TJ Rumfield.
Two outs and the base is empty. TJ Rumfield takes a ball down and in. A 26-year-old. Hitting .284 on the year. And at the time he was injured the night of the series opener, he was leading all rookies in hits. 1-1.
At night, first night of the series, when he was hit by the pitch, he's been the only Colorado Rocky in the first inning to reach base so far this series.
And you notice that now he's got a guard on that hand.
Got a big pad on, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's their branding. 3-1.
I mean, that just sounded broken, right?
It really did.
I mean, there's no padding there. That's nothing. And
Shohei loses him. A 2-out walk.
Catcher number 15, Hunter.
In the last start against San Diego, that was the consistent miss that you saw from Ohtani, was down on the glove side.
Right.
Specifically, it seemed like mostly with the fastball.
And again, that can be a case of overthrowing. The one thing I will say, though, that I've seen a couple pitches so far on this sweeper, that sweeper hasn't had the sharp break. In fact, it almost has looked like it's backed up a few times so far this evening.
Some power at the plate in Goodman. Goodman 1 for 7 in this series, but the one hit is a homer. He's got 12 on the year.
See, that's that sweeper again, and that's, I mean, just 2 with Goodman, but he's thrown a few this inning. Again, they haven't had that bite going to the glove side. It just backs up. He hasn't been able to throw that effectively yet.
Goodman in the air, center field. Pages well in front of the warning track, makes the catch. And so the 2-out walk doesn't hurt Ohtani and the Dodgers. He's got a quick routine to get ready to lead off the bottom half. Next. We flash it back to last September in Baltimore when the Dodgers faced Tomoyuki Sugano, who's starting tonight for the Rockies. And they took it to him. And more specifically, Shohei Ohtani took it to him. 2 home runs. Fellow countrymen, WBC teammates, members of the same NPB draft class in 2012. Ohtani having just finished a scoreless top of the first. Now armoring up for the bottom half. He is in the leadoff spot of the Dodgers batting order. We present it to you with the help of the SoCal Helpful Honda dealers. Ohtani, Pages, Freeman, and Betts, the first 4, same as last night. Max Muncy back in there at third base. Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith, Alex Call, and Alex Freeland to finish things out.
You see Sugano right there. He's got 10 starts on the season. He's probably been the Rockies' most effective pitcher. He's not going to wow you with any type of velocity or overpowering stuff, but he does have the ability to locate. He's going to throw that fastball, that splitter, mix in a sinker as well.
Watch out on the first pitch. Ohtani had no intention of swinging at that splitter, which is in there for a strike. Sugano's 0-1 pitch outside. Ohtani brings a 12-game on-base streak into tonight, hitting .395 in the stretch, and on-base percentage of .526. While Goodman tries to figure out his mask, StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud, the arsenal for Sugano.
Four-seamer, splitter, and sinker. The splitter is his pitch that he's going to have to move around the zone. That's the one he's most effective with. The four-seamer and the sinker, those are used to set up that splitter.
Sugano's 1-1. Ohtani, dead center field. Did he get enough? You bet he did. He's just showing off once again. Back-to-back starts. He leads off the game with a homer.
It's just a fastball right down the middle part of the plate. You know, again, Shohei's not going to miss anything like that. You can tell he is just locked right in. There's Teo. Oh, wait, no, that's Doc, right? Doc trying to get a Seeds bobblehead.
In steps Andy Pages to follow that up. Shohei Ohtani against Sugano is now 7 for 9 between NPB and MLB, with 5 extra base hits and 3 home runs.
So why would you throw him a strike, honestly? Like, why wouldn't you just throw pitches off the plate and hope that he's aggressive? And then if he does walk, he's standing down there at first and he's pitching. You know, Ohtani just continues to wow. I think you can say MVP is his, and now it's just a question, is he going to get enough innings to win a Cy Young? I mean,
Fly toward the right field side, and the foul ground into the net, foul, 2-2.
I mean, Zandy last night, he had a good.
On a 2-2. Pajes, right center field, carrying back. It's near the warning track, and it's caught by Freeman.
I mean, going back to Ohtani, you know, I'm trying to think of a player that I could convincingly say in the month of May, that's your MVP. Like, I mean, really, I mean, that's how much he's changed baseball. And obviously the two-way part of how he plays the game, but I mean, that's just how ridiculous he is. If you don't believe me, just go to the odds makers.
A ball and a strike on Freddie Freeman. 1-0 Dodgers thanks to Ohtani's 22nd leadoff home run as a Dodger, which breaks a tie with Jock Peterson for the third most in franchise history. Freeman to left field. Hit pretty well. At the wall. It's gone. Second home run of the first inning off Sugano.
The power continues. You see Freddie, this pitch, a breaking ball on the outer part of the plate, lets it get deep and then has that vertical swing and just lofts that thing to left field.
A strike call to Mookie Betts, who's going to challenge.
Batter challenge the strike call.
ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. Here in the bottom of the first inning. And it's a good one for Mookie. Dodgers hit 5 home runs last night, 2 already tonight. Mookie Betts had 2 on Tuesday.
How about 7 home runs in the last 9 innings?
That'll work. Betts pulls the hands in, flies it to center. McCarthy has out number 2. Well, for Sugano, the long ball has been the problem for him throughout his career. This is start 41 in Major League Baseball. He's allowed 44 home runs.
Well, and against the Dodgers, it's not a good matchup because he's a control guy, wants you to go after pitches that are just off the edge, and the Dodgers are so disciplined. They make you get the ball over the plate and then destroy it.
Good to see Max Muncy back in there. First action for him since last Friday, and he was hit by a pitch in Milwaukee from a lefty, Aaron Ashby, who can let it eat.
Well, and this is a good guy for Max to come back against, control guy, not overpowering. Max had hit a home run against him in Colorado. Comfortable at bat for him.
The home run you're referencing, that frigid night in Denver. First of 2 extra base hits that Muncy has against Sugano. Here comes the 2-1. Fouled back, and the count squares up. Doesn't bite on the curve and works the count full. More the same for Sugano against the Dodgers, no matter what uniform he has worn. Baltimore, Colorado. 6 home runs in 7 2/3 innings facing LA. Yes, he did, says Laz Diaz, and so that's a strikeout to get Sugano out of the first. But 2 home runs from the Dodgers. Ohtani to dead center. Freeman to the opposite field. A 2-0 lead.
Let's all play ball. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend coming up on June 5th through the 7th, encouraging youth everywhere to get out and play. You can visit playball.org to register for a free event near you today.
Hey, didn't that guy hit a leadoff home run and then that guy followed up with a home run later? He's back on the mound, Shohei Ohtani. Ball and 2 strikes on Troy Johnston. 5, 6, and 7 coming up for Colorado here in the 2nd inning. Johnson to right, hustling after it. Call. He dives and he makes the catch. Oh, did you?
Well, this ball hooking away from Alex Call. He gets a good jump and lays out at the last minute. Make sure he grabs it with 2 hands. You don't see that very often. More so after he caught it, just so he didn't lose it while he was rolling around on the ground.
I mean, EK, think about how little Alex Call has played just in the last week. And to track down a ball like that early in a game.
Well, he arguably has the hardest role on this ball club, outside of maybe Shohei because he's doing the 2-way.
Right.
But the point is, it's to do his role effectively. Whether it's hitting, you have to maintain the timing. Whether it's picking up the flight of the ball out in the
twilight
defense. I mean, it just is. You don't get enough appreciation for a guy like that just because you take him for granted.
The 1-2 coming to Willie Castro. Strike 3, but a challenge from Castro.
Batter challenge strike call.
I mean, right or wrong, I'm not sure you're challenging a 1-2 pitch in the
ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile.
I mean, you challenge that, and then I don't even know. Oh, okay, a little, maybe a seam is off of the strike zone. I mean, it just it's not a good challenge in no way, shape, or form.
Shortstop, number 14, Ezekiel Tovar.
Well, you mentioned it a little earlier, Nelly, about Shohei having trouble with that glove side, especially on the hard stuff. You saw it again right there. And again, that's a tendency to overthrow.
There's another one.
You know, keeping your front shoulder closed, you're flying a little bit. You know, and sometimes you think, you know, when you fly that the arm's going to lag and you're going to miss on arm side.
Oh, hot mic. 3-0.
That was a bad word in Japanese.
All languages, you knew it. On Ezequiel Tovar. Comes into the zone and Tovar lets him get strike one. That's a walk. Back-to-back innings, a 2-out walk issued.
Designated hitter number 30, Sterling Thompson.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like early on it's a continuation of that Padres start where, you know, he's not getting hit, but he doesn't look sharp yet. Hasn't got into a rhythm.
Here's the rookie Sterling Thompson. And you said the perfect word, EK, rhythm, because when Ohtani is pitching, it is so rhythmic. Like just even the way he rocks into his windup. Obviously out of the stretch now with the runner on. Catches the outside corner with a sweeper, or ball and a strike. Ground ball right side. Freeland is there. And he gets it to Freddie for the final out. Couple of zeros to start. Alex Call, a big factor in the second inning with this diving grab. 2-0 Dodgers getting ready for the second inning. And Teoscar Hernandez. After working on a win presented by the Home Depot. It's a 7-game hitting streak for Teo. 9 for 24. This is a 375 clip. 3 extra base hits, including a couple of bombs. 2 for 7 in this series. He takes a rip at Sugano's first offering, and it's a strike fouled back. All the success the Dodgers have had against the Rockies righty. Teo's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Like to join the fun. 1-1.
Well, the interesting thing with Sugano, he's given up the 2 home runs so far this evening. He's given up 11 this year. 8 of them have been to left-handed hitters. You know, this is where as a hitter you've got to make Sugano give you a pitch that you can hit. Even though it's 2-1, he's behind, he's still going to try and nibble. He's going to try and be on an edge.
Doesn't bite on the changeup.
Have to be even more disciplined here. As a hitter, you want to get aggressive, make something happen.
Ahead 3-1. Hernandez. And strike 2 called on the outside corner. With the count full, Sugano with his payoff. Hernandez stays alive. Another 3-2. Ground ball left side, stopped it short by Tovar. Up spinning and throwing. Oh, what a play. Nicely done by the Rockies shortstop. 1 gone.
Tovar has as good a ability as anybody in all of baseball to play the shortstop position. See him make a slide. It's kind of like that Trey Turner slide. Just pops right up and makes a good strong throw. Easily retire Mateo. I don't like to see that.
Yeah, Hernandez is slow walking off the field. Dave Roberts is going to greet him. Oh my gosh. Thomas Albert there.
Batting for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Catcher number 16, Will Smith.
You see that reaction from Teoscar Hernandez, that does not give you a good feeling.
It's much like the Kike reaction last night, where it's not that it's demonstrative, but it's real. It's real.
Ball and a strike on Will Smith. One out and the bases empty. The Dodgers lead, but it's hard not to avert your eyes to that third base dugout. Teoscar Hernandez just went down.
I mean, by their actions, they made their own diagnosis.
Yep, and that reaction says a lot too. Two balls and a strike. Sugano to Smith. 3-1. Will went deep last night. 2 for 4, a 2-run shot, scored twice. And he's aboard with a 1-out walk.
Right field, number 12, Alex Call.
Alex Call showed off the defense in the top of the second. Now at the plate in the bottom half. Smith on first, one away. Call came off the bench last night as things got sideways in favor of the Dodgers in game 2 of the series. He was 0 for 2 at the plate after he entered. Strike 2 from Sugano.
It's a good job by Call, though, to lay off of that. You're not going to do much with that. Still have 1 strike left. Give yourself an opportunity to get something better than that pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second K for Sugano. Second out of the inning.
Second baseman.
This is where Sugano is effective. He had just thrown that breaking ball down and away, nailing an edge, and then goes up and in with that sinker. Again, just changing eye levels and parts of the plate.
Welcome back, Alex Freeland. There it is, a play in the field. First plate appearance. Takes the roster spot of Kike Hernandez. First 33 games with the big club. Freeland hitting .235. Played the heck out of second base too. Dave Roberts telling the media ahead of tonight's game that he's earned some more runway, get more playing time after this recall.
I mean, it's tough for the young man just because he knows, even, you know, his first run through here, that there was a finite time. And, you know, it's tough enough to play at this level and prove yourself.
Bouncing ball to second base. Side retired. Smith stranded. Still 2-0 LA as we go to the third.
Purchase a special ticket package and receive your exclusive Pride Night jersey on June 5th, presented by Blue Shield of California. For tickets and more, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Ha-Seong Kim comes off the bench to take the place of the injured Teoscar Hernandez. Once we get an update from the Dodgers on Teo's injury, we'll check in with Kirsten Watson. But for Comet, it'll be his first major league action in left field. A few spot games in the minor leagues in that position, but Dave Roberts, Kike Hernandez comes back off the injury list after missing the first 50+ games, 4 for 4, 3 extra base hits, and then he has a significant tear in his left oblique, so it's going to be at least 6 to 8 weeks, at least, for Kike Hernandez. And then now you see Teoscar Hernandez grabbing at his left hamstring after trying to hustle down the first base line.
Well, I would say the regular season, the Dodgers' biggest opponent, not the San Diego Padres, not the Philadelphia Phillies, it's the 162 game schedule. Shohei 33 pitches through the first 2 innings. Again, just has not looked sharp at all. He still hasn't given up a hit. That just says something of his ability and talent. But he hasn't even got on a roll yet.
Two and two on Julian, number 9 hitter and second baseman. Sweeper doesn't sweep back, and then that's another example of the point you made earlier.
Right, it's interesting tonight, right? The fastball he's had trouble with on the glove side, and the sweeper it's backed up all evening.
Of all the pitches at Shohei's disposal, he's charted in his career as throwing 7. He really relies on those 2, the fastball and the sweeper.
But you know, this
80% of the time.
Right. I mean, this is just an assumption, but then you start to wonder, that ball hitting him in the hand, did it have some effect last night?
8th pitch fouled away. Julian Pesky leading off the third.
You know, you could think that, oh, maybe it did, but this is also an extension of what we saw against the Padres, though.
Pitch number 9. Strike 3. Lands the sweeper on the outer half.
I mean, just a filthy pitch. Nothing you can do about that. A sweeper, and it's on an edge. To a left-handed hitter, arm side. The hitter gives up on it. Excellent execution by Show.
3 strikeouts. 4 to go to get Jumbo Jacks tomorrow, and a Jack in the Box in LA after the purchase of a large drink. Lineup turns over. First time through, no hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks for Colorado. Time called on the mound. Ohtani goes to that right shoelace, as we often see.
Is that the default move to get a little extra time, or?
It seems that way, and hey, We got to find ways in this pitch clock here, right?
Hey, so guys, the go-to usually is I can't hear the pitch count. I got something going on. You know,
baseball.
Take the hat off. You know, I can't hear anything.
A whiff on that sweeper. 1-2.
That sweeper right there looked like that was like a wiffle ball. I mean, the thing just kind of boom down. No, that did not back up. Came right back with it.
Got him. Back-to-back Ks to open the third. Let's check in with Kirsten Watson.
Thanks, Stephen. Well, there in that second inning, we saw Teoscar Hernandez hustling down to get to first to avoid the out, and immediately after, we saw him grabbing at his left hamstring. The Dodgers have now announced that he has exited the game with a left hamstring strain, guys. So we should understand more afterwards as to what that means for him moving forward.
All right, Kirsten. Saw Teo banging his helmet against the rack in the dugout in frustration. Ground ball to Mookie Betts. 3 up, 3 down for Ohtani against Colorado in the third. Performance Spotlight is sponsored by your Southern California Nissan dealers. It'll be the top of the order in the bottom of the third for the Dodgers. Try and replicate what they did in the first inning. 2 homers. Strike 1 from Sugano.
Well, it's the same thing Shohei did last time. Just stood up there, took a pitch. I don't want to say he baited him, but over here in the States, Shohei is a combined 5 for 6 against Sugano. 3 home runs. No walks, no strikeouts, and that's why I said earlier, if I'm Sugano, if he's hitting a home run, that pitch is going to be a foot out of the zone.
Ahead 0-2. What does he give him? Does he give him anything? High fastball, and Ohtani lays off.
Much better if the guy walks going to first base than circling the bases.
That's
no walks there.
It's not in Sugano's DNA. So he's going to challenge him. Not going to pitch scared. The 1-2. Strike 3. Ohtani gives a head nod, and there is the first strikeout for Sugano against Ohtani.
That's just a case of looking for something other than a fastball right down the middle. Right, it's almost like Sugano playing mind games right there, and he guessed right, Shohei guessed wrong.
Ball 1 low on Andy Pages. Pages 0 for 1 tonight, but still 6 for 10 in this series. Pages ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. And he's got a 4-game hit streak.
Well, he's got to have a green light here, right? Get a fastball, unload.
We've seen him hit 3-0 homers before.
That was strict statue right there,
yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. '50th pitch from Sugano, the 3-1 to Pages. Bounce foul, filling the count. Well, the Rockies led the Dodgers 3-1 late on Monday into the 7th inning, but since that point The Dodgers have outscored Colorado 21-6. And again, 5 of the Rockies' 6 runs came off of Miguel Rojas last night in the 9th. The payoff to Pages. A base hit through the left side.
Good job by Andy, ready for that slider. He'd worked the count 3-0 and then just took a fastball, a sinker right down the middle, and then just a tad behind the next one. And he was not going to be fooled with that off speed. Again, that's what made him so much better this year.
That single from Pages was the Dodgers' first hit since Freddie Freeman's home run in the first inning. Sugano gives him strike 1. The right-hander had retired 6 of 7 between Freddie and Andy. Pages caught between first and second. That cleans the bases. 2 out.
Andy trying to time it. Didn't work out too well. Rumfield does a nice job of not having to make a throw.
Sugano's 0-1. This is up. For Freeman, that home run in the first inning, the 7th of the season, and 3rd in the last 11 games. Going to go to the backside with it too.
Well, that's the thing I was just going to say. Going to left field, you know, we saw him the other night hit a ball off the right field wall, and just, you know, we say it, foul pole to foul pole. That home run earlier in the game on a breaking ball, and it's on the outer part of the plate. Just kind of flips it out there.
Full count. 2 outs, bases empty in the home half of the 3rd inning. The Dodgers leading the Rockies 2-0. Trying to sweep Colorado out of LA. Ripped to first, right at Rumfield. 3 complete, still 2-0. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball and Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Ohtani working in the 4th inning, starts off said work with a swinging strike on Rumfield. It's a 2-0 lead.
Shohei really started to find that sweeper. Threw it again to McCarthy, and there it is again. You know, going into this inning, he had a 42% sweeper usage tonight, and that's more than he has all year long, and it's been effective. Rockies are 0 for 5 against that pitch. 2 strikeouts against it.
After throwing strike 1, the next 3 pitches have missed the zone.
Walked Rumfield in his first at bat, right?
Green 2. Shohei's payoff. Fouled back. EK, I'm sure for a lot of Dodger fans watching this series unfold, it's a weird feeling, right? Look, two teams on opposite ends of the standings. Another 3-2. And it's ball 4 in the second walk of the game for Rumfield. This time a leadoff free pass in the fourth. And two teams, frankly, running opposite marathons, right? The Dodgers in their quest for a three-peat, the Rockies in a full-blown rebuild after a regime change. And so you're taking care of business. You've dominated the first 2 games. You've already clinched the series, in position to sweep. But yet, because of the injuries to the brothers Hernandez, Kike last night, Teoscar so far tonight, a little bit of an uneasiness in the stomach.
Well, again, it's not what you would like to see. And, for all intents and purposes, for 7 innings in the first game, it wasn't great. And, the Dodgers have played good baseball as of late here, the last night, first few innings here. But again, that's for the perils of a season. You just don't know what's going to happen. But thankfully, this organization is built on depth, talent. And if anybody has the wherewithal to withstand injuries, it's this org.
2-0 hits Goodman. The first 2 have reached here in the 4th inning, tying runs aboard for the Rockies. And typically, getting out number 1 has not been a problem for Ohtani on the mound. I mean, that walk to Rumfield is just the 4th leadoff walk of his Dodger career.
But it's obvious that Shohei is battling tonight. Like I said, we saw that in San Diego, and he admitted as such. And right now, he's just it's not feeling smooth, and it's no different than when a hitter goes into a slump. Maybe there's something mechanic, maybe there's something mental. It just doesn't feel right.
Ball 1 called, and that's a helmet tap from Will Smith. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. Will Smith has been excellent so far this year, and wow, that one does miss. I mean, you put one of these no cards in between there, so the Dodgers lose 1 of their 2 challenges. '60th pitch from Ohtani, still looking for his first out of the inning. Opponents this year with runners in scoring position batting $1. An OPS, so you're combining on base percentage and slugging percentage at .318. Stares down Rumfield at second. Attention to Johnston. Bouncing ball right side. Freeland to second. They get 1. Keep a double play in order.
Aggressive play by Freeland, but he does a nice job. Doesn't get too excited. Makes a good quality feed to Mookie at short.
Number 3, Willie Castro.
Just a calmness out there with Freeland.
Rockies on the corners, 1 out in the 4th. Willie Castro up for a second time. 0 for 1 with a K. Fastball at 100, but off the plate.
Castro, a very good fastball hitter, but likes to expand the zone, as we saw right there.
He's the most familiar Rocky with Ohtani. 12 ABs, 3 hits. Does have a homer. And in the dirt, and Freeman does incredible work just to keep it in front of him. If not, Brumfield's coming home. On a 1-1, Castro takes ball 2.
Gone at him with 3 four-seamers right now. Gotta believe that sweeper's there somewhere. There it is.
But it's ball 3. Dodger Stadium crowd trying to help Ohtani out. Wave and a miss, strike 2 and a full count.
He had been pounding the ball low in the zone. This time he goes high and really out of the zone and gets Castro to be aggressive.
There's 53% strikes so far tonight from Shohei. Full count on Castro. And the 3-2. Bounce to the right side. Freeland playing it. The foot race to the bag. And he's got the out. Brumfield does score on the play. But what an all-out effort from Alex Freeland.
You know, obviously the effort is there, but what you see about Freeland is he never hesitates. He's already thought in his mind what he's going to do if Shohei isn't over at the bag, if it gets by Freddie. He has that play already played out. No hesitation. Real headsy play by Freeland. This is a smart move. He coming out there just trying to give Shohei a bit of a breather.
Just the 5th earned run Ohtani has allowed all year long. The leadoff walk burns him. I think you watch him on his start days, EK. Yeah, the intensity is there. That has been talked about ad nauseum, right? He's a different guy when he pitches. That has been established. But you do not see him rattled.
I mean, I'm not going to say that he's rattled, but no, he's certainly not.
I'm saying he's not. He's always.
Well, but do you feel like he's composed? Like I feel tonight, you know, he's yelled at himself a few times. You know, I think more than anything, I would say you're right. Not rattled, frustrated though. I would say that he looks like he's frustrated tonight.
Oh, and 2 in a hurry on Tovar.
I mean, right now you just say he's blanked off. I mean, he's just reared back right now and just said, "Take this." I mean, you know, you see the recoil. This, you know,
takes out the frustrations on Tovar. Blows 3 pitches by him. The Rockies get a run, but only 1. 2 on LA.
Be one of the first 40,000 fans to take home the Teoscar Hernandez Mr. Seeds bobblehead on May 30th, presented by Yamaba Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
And unfortunately for those who hopped on late in this Wednesday series finale for the Dodgers and Rockies, the Teoscar Hernandez left tonight's game with a left hamstring strain. Ball and a strike now on Mookie Betts. Mookie, Muncy, and then Teo's spot in the order now occupied by Ha-Seong Kim. The first game of the series, Betts was in the 2-hole. But last night, Dave Roberts dropped him down to the cleanup spot. Place he hadn't been regular season game 9 years. Couple home runs. The 2-1. This is ball 3. The 3-1 from Sugano fills the count. Mookie, Freddie, and Andy Pages, 2 through 4 in the order, are combined 9 for 13 on Tuesday with 5 extra base hits, 3 bombs, and 9 driven in. Here comes the payoff. Slap to the right side, picked by Rumfield. 1 out.
Sugano, outside of 2 pitches tonight, has kept the Dodgers off balance. Moved the ball around on the edges. He retired Max on a strikeout in the last at-bat, a sweeper down and in.
It has been a pleasant surprise for him in Colorado. You thought, hey, this is a guy who gave up the most home runs in the American League last year, and now he's going to have Coors Field as his home ballpark. Yeah, the home run ball has still been an issue, but he entered tonight with an ERA plus, park adjusted, of 121. Skied into shallow left center by Muncy, and it's caught by Johnston, the left fielder, as the second out.
See Teo earlier in the ball game, he's trying to leg out that ball to short, and you see immediately, there's no question, he knows it. Walking off the field, much like the facial expression Kike displayed last night, where they know they don't need to go get an MRI, they don't need to get examined. All that's going to do is reaffirm what they already feel.
Crew had a shot at Dave Roberts, just the deepest sigh after Hernandez went down into the tunnel and to the Dodger clubhouse. So this is the first plate appearance for Ha-Seong Kim, who's now playing left field in Teo's stead. And he rips one to center field, a 2-out single.
Dodgers prior to that base hit, and you see that sinker run over the middle part of the plate. Kim does a nice job of serving that out to center. But prior to this base hit, the Dodgers have been 1 for their last 10. That was a base hit by Andy Pages, and he ended up getting picked off.
We'll see how aggressive Kim is on the base paths. 2 outs in the 4th, 2-1 Dodgers. Will Smith batting. Ball 1. Sugano disagreed with the call, and then Laz Diaz explained it to him. Pitch counts for both starters elevated. Ohtani with 70 pitches through 4. Sugano just threw his 70th pitch. He's an out away from finishing 4 himself. Smith pulls one to left field. Headed toward the corner. Cut off on the warning track by Johnston. It's a 2-out double for Smith. Kim held at third.
Will gets a sinker that Sugano leaves over the middle part of the plate. He wanted it in. Drives this ball in the corner. Johnson does a nice job because he's left-handed, able to get it turned and get that ball in. Dino Ebo having to hold Kim at third.
Now, Will Smith now has reached base safely in each of his last 5 plate appearances, and he's 4 for his last 4. Alice Call going to try and bring him in. Second and third, 2 out, strike 1. Kim in. Smith has the green light. The play at the play. He's out. But Alex Call brings in 1, and the Dodger lead back to 2. The throw from Johnson on target and on time. You're watching back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA, and it's brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Bottom of the Dodger order, picking up Shohei Ohtani, getting the run right back. Gave up 1 in the top half. The Dodgers score 1 in the bottom half. So back to a 2-run ball game as we begin the 5th. Seeing 2 countrymen, 2 teammates, 2 friends start against each other here tonight for the very first time. Ohtani and Sugano, 2 very different styles as well. Just based on stuff, whiff rate.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now we've seen 5 straight fastballs from Ohtani. 3 of them to Tovar, all 99. And, you know, you watch the recoil. I mean, he's just rearing back, and you know, this is just old backyard. I'm going to rear back and throw as hard as I can. 6 straight. Now the 3 to Tovar, all 3 strikes. 3 this inning, hasn't found the zone.
And it's a 4-pitch leadoff walk. Back-to-back leadoff walks in the 4th and 5th. Again, the Rockies don't have a hit at this point. 4 walks in a hit batter. The run scored on a ground out.
Well, it's not Shohei versus the Rockies. It's Shohei versus Shohei. And he just hasn't been able to find himself.
No swing on that. The Dodgers lose the appeal. So 5 straight balls to begin the 5th. And this is at the bottom of the order. Julian frustrated, could do more with that 96-mile-per-hour heater. And you see the ball to strike ratio, 76 pitches, just 40 strikes for Shohei so far. Facing a batter in Julian who's 0 for his last 31 at the plate with 12 strikeouts. I beg your pardon, 0 for his last 32. Thank you, Doctor. But Ohtani's fallen behind the 2-1. On the inner half, strike 2 called, but Julian's going to challenge.
Strike call.
Rockies have just 1 left. An ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. It's a strike.
Rockies out of challenges.
You're Julian. You thinking fastball here, or are you thinking sweeper?
No, I'm sitting on a fastball. You're not going to hit the sweeper, so you got to sit on a fastball. Yeah, see, I mean, you're not. Shohei hasn't been able to land the sweeper, and nobody's hit the sweeper. So you put those 2 together, and that just means I'm not swinging at it. That's easy to say, but.
Full count on Julian. Broken bat, pop up to second. 1 out. Back to first, Thompson.
Center fielder Jake McCarthy.
They went back with that four-seam fastball, 97, and that's kind of just been the default the last couple of hitters. Just go back to what you were doing as a 9 and 10-year-old. Just rear back and throw as hard as you can.
99 and strike one to the leadoff man, McCarthy. McCarthy 0 for 2, struck out twice. In the first inning was a curveball that put him away. In the third inning it was a sweeper. And you see Ohtani adjust the delivery out of the stretch. That quick slide.
Well, he got McCarthy earlier first at bat with sweepers.
Strike three. McCarthy punches out for the third time. Strikeout number 6 for Ohtani.
Right fielder Tyler.
Right now, that's about the only thing that Shohei seems to feel comfortable with or trust at all. And I don't even know if it's the location as much as, hey, I'm just happy I'm throwing that 99. I'm rearing
My
back,
stuff
and here
is
we go.
better than you. Yeah. First pitch strike to Freeman. Right fielder popped out in the first, grounded out in the third. 3-1 Dodgers, 2 gone in the top of the 5th. Freeman with a fly ball to straightaway center field. Pages backs up and calmly makes the catch. Leadoff walk stranded. Ohtani finishes 5 with a 3-1 lead. He's frustrated, you can tell. Here's the night so far for Shohei Ohtani. Leadoff home run for a second straight start. He is battling through this start. Obvious frustration on the mound. Not as many strikes as he wants, but yet he's through 5 no-hit innings. Alex Freeland grounds out the first pitch at the bottom of the 5th. So that will bring up Shohei.
You see Shohei hustling up, but you know, again, he's just been out of sorts, and I think it all emanated from the mound. Yes, the home run, the first at bat, feeling good, but just has not got comfortable yet on the mound. Has to use a timeout right now. I mean, this is taking it to the extreme, but it's just like this is not peak Ohtani, right? It's still no-hit Ohtani. I mean, it's still ridiculous, but.
Swings at the first pitch, fouls away a splitter, strike 1. This is his pitching line so far, 86 pitches to get through 5 innings. Again, no hits, but a Dodger career high 4 walks and a hit batter go along with 6 Ks. Sugano into his windup, the 0-1. Ohtani a half-hearted swing and a miss, strike 2.
And so you've had that home run the first at bat, right? Since then, the pitching has been sporadic. The last at bat took a called strike 3, finds himself down 0-2 right
now. As Diaz goes palms to the sky, like what?
Well, it's a strike, but they have no challenges left. I mean, they use again, the use of challenges by the Rockies has been poor.
Time called by Goodman because of those failed challenges in the lowest leverage spots.
Right, well, that's the kicker. I mean,
now you have to throw more pitches to Ohtani.
Castro used one early in the game with nobody on that got almost all of the plate. That was the first one. And then Julian used it on the second. I mean, and
if you're over 32, you get.
It's even the leverage. Forget the there was no reason to use it, and now you're in a close game, and you got to throw more pitches to the best player that's ever walked.
Let's see if Shohei can make it hurt. Lays off a splitter low, 2-2. Again, strike 3 has already been thrown, but because Colorado cannot challenge it, Ohtani remains standing in the batter's box. Dodgers 3, Rockies 1. The 2-2. Tip foul, and the bucket comes flying off.
That right there represents what's just gone out on tonight for Shohei. Right? You know, I mean, even the hair looks out of sorts, right? You ever see that? I mean, it's just, this is just one of those evenings. It's one of those evenings, yet he still has a home run and he's throwing no-hit ball through 5 innings. I mean, our expectations for him are crazy.
Another 2-2 is low, and the count now full. Last time up, Sugano got Ohtani looking. First ever K facing Shohei. Sugano's payoff. Bounce to first. And Ohtani with a quick turn. He didn't get halfway down the line. You got to get back in the dugout and get ready for more pitching. Andy Pages is 1 for 2. Singled in the third. He's picked off between first and second. Did extend his hitting streak to 5 games, though. That's a fair ball to third. Fielded by Castro. The throw. And now Pages hits the deck. They rule him safe. The bigger concern for the Dodgers is that their center fielder is standing up okay.
That is some athleticism by Andy. That is crazy athleticism. I mean, he's running full speed down there. Castro makes an errant throw, and he's able to stutter step himself around the tag attempt from Rumfield. TJ thinks, okay, he's right there. That is unbelievable.
It'll be a pitching change for the Rockies. 2 outs at the bottom of the 5th. Pages aboard. Freddie Freeman coming to the plate when we come back. Freddie Freeman will face Brennan Bernardino. Same man he faced in the series opener and delivered a go-ahead double against.
Now batting for the Dodgers.
26th appearance for the left-hander, an ERA of 4.29. He inherits Andy Pages, who's on first base after what scored an E5 on the third baseman, Willie Castro. Ball 1. Freeman homered in the first, then lined out to first base in the third. Two and 1. You got Freddie Freeman producing runs, driving in runs And it's been a great thing for the Dodgers. And you're thinking, no duh, but just the stats to back it up. "13 wins, 3 losses, and Freeman has an RBI. He's got one already, the solo home run. He's got a full count here against Bernardino. On a 3-2, Pages goes. Freeman bounces the ball to second, and that'll do it for the 5th. 3-1 LA after 5 full. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, serving up handcrafted pizza, crispy fried chicken, and famous Mojo potatoes since 1954. 3-1 Dodgers. Ohtani against Rumfield in the 6th. Strike 1. It's pitch number 87 for Ohtani. 48 strikes. 2 strikes on Rumfield. He has half of the 4 walks issued so far by Shohei, and he scored the lone run on Castro's RBI groundout. Pitch number 90.
I mean, that thing was 96 bearing in right on Rumfield's hands. Oh, look at this thing.
Oh.
Then he hit it off his leg. So do I have to get back in there? Yeah. Okay.
Another 1-2. Curve slips outside. Bullpen active for the Dodgers. That's Will Klein. Just started to throw. Now the count's full. Back-to-back starts, Ohtani has had to grind through it. Here comes the payoff. Rocketed foul off the facing of the Rocky dugout. The 8th pitch to Rumfield. Strike 3.
The sweeper showed up and then it just disappeared. Outstanding location right there. Shohei just, he hasn't been able to call upon that very often this evening. A few times, but a dynamite pitch right there.
Strikeout number 7 for Ohtani, meaning free Jumbo Jacks for everybody tomorrow in Los Angeles after you buy a large drink.
I don't think I've ever seen Shohei this, animated with himself. I mean, he's having a full-on conversation out there.
It's typically been one-word conversations. The 1-1 to Hunter Goodman. To center field, Pages has no problem. 2 out. Here's a word from Kia. 5 spot, Troy Johnston. First pitch strike on a sweeper.
2 real nice sweepers this inning.
Wasn't sweeping earlier. It's
No.
sweeping now.
No.
In the air to right. Here comes Call. 6 no-hit innings for Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei has yet to allow a hit. Defense has helped him out a little bit. Alex Call ranging to his left, makes a diving play, hauls in that ball. And then Alex Freeland making a nice heads-up play at second base. Ball gets over Freddie's head. He grabs it and he runs over to first, tags him out. Trust me, that's what happened. And this was a fly ball to Mr. McCarthy here.
So Betts retired, first out of the bottom of the 6th. The Dodgers leading the Rockies 3-1.
We get back to Alex Freeland and that play that he made earlier in the game. And this was with runners on. Has the wherewithal to continue moving towards first base. Beats the runner.
99 pitches for Shohei to finish those 6 no-hit innings. Will Klein getting hot in the bullpen. The baton will be passed when the 7th rolls around.
I mean, I don't know that I've ever felt this way as a fan, where the Dodgers are winning. Shohei has hit a home run. He's thrown 6 no-hit innings. But I don't feel great. Right? I don't feel great.
Let's peel that back, EKY.
Right.
Lay back on the couch
obviously Teo. You know, the issue with Teo running down to first and then the hamstring. Hate to see that. And then just Shohei, you know, the frustration with himself. I'm not used to it, I guess. That's right. There's a human quality about him now, right? And you know, we watched it all evening.
It's the expectations that everybody has of him, but also the standard he has for himself.
Yep. It's a great way of putting it. That's why I just lower my expectations. For me.
Always under-expect so everybody over-delivers. Yes. I'm with you, EK. Spot on. That's good life advice. Full count for Muncy. 1 out and nobody on in the 6th. Max 0 for 2 in his first game back since being hit by a pitch last Friday. Now 0 for 3. And now, EK, it does seem like the spotlight burns a little brighter on this man, Ha-Seong Kim. Takes the place of Teoscar Hernandez, who left with the left hamstring strain earlier tonight. But Alex Freeland rejoined the club, took Kike Hernandez's spot today. He was already en route because the Dodgers have been kind of monitoring Kim's recent struggles. And so now with Teoscar Hernandez going down, Ha-Seong's not going anywhere, but there is a little bit more of an onus on him to kind of get back on track.
Get back on track. I mean, Tommy Edman is on that rehab assignment.
His first game last night. Roll to the right side. He's booking it down there, but not going to beat that play. Routine one for Julian. The Dodgers down in order. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times. Dodgers calling to the bullpen. It's brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. It's Will Klein, who has been nothing short of outstanding, EK, of late.
He really has. I mean, he just continued to throw like he did in that postseason. Going to come at you with good, hard stuff, challenge it.
First pitch, fly to left field. Kim running toward the line in foul territory. Reaches over, and he hauls it in. Ha-Seong Kim, in his first action in left field in the majors, makes a terrific play in foul ground.
Left field, center field, second base, shortstop. Just put him anywhere. Again, gets himself over by the wall. It's always like how you like to make a catch. Turn your head completely the other way. Don't look at it. Put your glove up and boom. That's some athleticism. Look at this.
Little piece of flair on the end of it there. Ground ball to third, and it eats up Muncy. So one out base runner in Ezequiel Tovar.
I mean, Max just got caught, you know, not moving his feet. He just got flat-footed. Tough for any infielder. And it's interesting because we listened to him the other night on the pregame show, and he has been by far the best defensive third baseman in the National League.
Best all-around third baseman.
Yeah, no, I said that. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking, yeah, defense has been elite. Offense, yes. But one of the things he mentioned is that, you know, he's moving his feet a lot better. He's catching the ball with one hand. He's feeling confident. Hasn't played a few games, and you get out of sorts. You lose that rhythm, and right there, just flat-footed, two hands, just looked rigid.
E5 on Muncy, first Dodger error tonight. The defense has otherwise been really good. Two and one on Sterling Thompson, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Tying run at the plate for the Rockies here in the top of the 7th. Two and two.
Dodgers have been able to attack Thompson with the fastball this series, especially if you elevate it.
On the ground to Muncy. Gobbles it up to Betts. Here's the turn. The pick from Freddie for 2. And Will Klein still has not allowed a hit since May 15th. Stand and stretch is top of the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Sit and Sleep, SoCal's most trusted mattress store. 3-1 LA. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal with a chance to win the $75,000 prize for Jack's 75th anniversary. Dodgers hunting some insurance. 3-1 LA in the bottom of the 7th. Will Smith to lead things off. Strike one from Antonio Senzatella, who has turned himself into a weapon coming off major surgery and a long rehab stint. The longtime starter with a 1.13 ERA in a new role this year.
Yeah, you looked at what he did last year, and he was a starter, gave up a ton of hits, didn't have the location nor the velocity. And now with his new role coming out of the pen, pitching in leverage situations, I mean, he has been as good as there is in baseball.
One of the longest tenured Rockies, along with last night's starter Kyle Freeland. Both made their debut in the same season. 2 balls and a strike for Smith. Now 2-2.
Been throwing the 4-seamer and the sinker. You saw the sinker right there. Got that curveball. He's been living on the edges, but it's been the tick up in velocity that has really allowed for his success.
Comes the 2-2. This is up. And it's a name that I think baseball fans will continue to hear the next couple of months leading up to and through the trade deadline. The payoff to Smith is low. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk. Dodger offense got 2 home runs in the first inning. Ohtani and Freeman, then an RBI hit from Alex Call, the 3 runs. And on the pitching side, 7 no-hit innings. Shohei for the first 6, and then Will Klein had the 7th. The last Dodger with 6+ no-hit innings was against the Rockies here in LA, Tyler Glasnow, last September. Strike 1 fouled by Call. And coincidentally, in that outing for Glasnow, he's trying to work his way back off the injured list right now. He also gave up a run to Colorado without allowing a hit, just like Shohei did this evening. Senzatella out of the stretch, delivers strike 2. Check swing from Call, no swing. 1-2. Chop to the right side. Julian ranges over. Call with the stretch, and the throw gets him by a half step. Productive out, gets Smith into scoring position.
Call just beats his ball into the ground. Julian had been playing more towards second base, so he had to get over Call hustling down there. But as you mentioned, you got a runner in scoring position right now. Freeland an opportunity to extend that Dodger lead.
And then you know who on deck at the top of the order. One on, one out. The first pitch to Freeland is a strike. Big swing and a miss. 0-2. After Freeland was granted time, the Rockies want to reset as well. Now everybody's ready. The 0-2 pitch. Upstairs. Fastball at 98. An example of that tick up in velo for Senzatella. Grounded to first, fielded by Rumfield. 2 out, Smith to third. Fourth plate appearance of the game for Ohtani, and he's been able to catch his breath a little bit more since he didn't have to pitch the top of the 7th inning.
I think, though, as crazy as this sounds, you go after Shohei. Pages has been so darn good in RBI situations.
Yeah. Sprayed to left field. Going over is Johnston, and he's there for the final out. So Smith stranded on third. Still 3-1 Dodgers. Here comes Tanner Scott for the 8th. Here comes the big bad lefty. Tanner Scott. Last 10 games, 10 1/3. 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 16 strikeouts. He has the top of the 8th. 3-1 Dodgers. 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error for LA, 1 run, no hits, 1 error for Colorado. Will face a pinch hitter in the 9th spot of the order in Kyle Karros. Went deep last night off Miguel Rojas. Off the bench to face one of the best lefties in baseball, and Tanner Scott. Strike 1. Karros with a 3-game hitting streak after the aforementioned homer. Scott in front of him quickly 0-2. The 0-2 misses in. Fastball at 97. Slider in the dirt. The count squares up.
Trying to work inside on the right-handed hitter.
Strike 3.
Can't use any challenges there at all. They're all out. Could have used one on the very first pitch and then not there.
So a strikeout of the right-handed hitter, as you call him.
That's it.
1 gone in the 8th.
Number 37, Braxton Fulford.
Shohei Ohtani for 6. Will Klein for the 7th. Tanner Scott in the 8th. Another pinch hitter, Braxton Fulford. Strike 1 fouled back. Ball and a strike. Fulford 1 for 4 in this series, coming off the bench for a 2nd time. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 gone.
Scott just bearing that fastball up and in. 96 miles an hour. You know, you look at last year and there was a lot of frustration obviously from Dodger fans, and you know he didn't have the year that people had expected, but I think that was the outlier, right? And what we've seen this year is exactly what we saw when he was down in San Diego.
Strike 1, jammed foul.
Pitching with confidence. The fastball is there. He's working the edges.
That's 2. The 0-2 pitch is spiked.
Scott had last allowed a run on April 24th. Since then, he's had 11 scoreless innings pitched, 18 strikeouts,
including 2 tonight, opening the 8th. Ahead of Freeman, 1-2. One spoiled, and Freeman stays alive. It's a base hit into right field. The first Rocky hit of the ball game comes with 2 outs in the 8th inning. And we talked earlier, EK, about the last Dodger to go 6+ no-hit innings. It was Tyler Glasnow last September, 7 no-hit innings against Colorado. The Rockies didn't pick up a hit until the 9th. And as coincidence would have it, it came off of Tanner Scott. Two out, 2 strike single for Freeman. Then strike 1 to Rumfield. Now skips away from Smith. And now Freeman in scoring position. Tying run at the plate for Colorado.
And that's the thing. It's a 2-run ball game. You know, Rumfield has been on base twice this evening on walks. You've got Goodman on deck, and you don't really want him coming to the plate with the ability to put the Rockies ahead with 1 swing of the bat.
Fly left field side. Charging in Kim. He makes the call and the catch to get out of the 8th inning. The Rockies get a hit, but more importantly, they don't get any runs.
Be one of the first 40,000 fans on May 29th to take home an exclusive Alex Vesia bobblehead presented by Starlux Airlines. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Tyler Freeman of the Rockies spoiling the Dodgers' bid for a combined no-hitter with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. But Tanner Scott put up a 0, so it remains 3-1. Pages, Freeman, and Betts due up for the Dodgers in the bottom half. Changes behind Senzatella for the Rockies defensively. Karros now at third base. Stevens comes off the bench to play second, and Castro goes from third to center field. Pages turns on a ball, hit hard to left field. It is gone. An insurance shot from Andy Pages. Second hit of the ball game, 8th hit of this series. Now 4-1 Dodgers.
Pages is up there hitting. He gets a cutter right there, puts that thing in the seats. And remember earlier in the game on a 3-2 pitch, he got a slider, hard base hit. Again, he is not just sitting on fastballs. He is changing what he's looking for according to the count.
Just the second home run allowed this season by Antonio Senzatella. Now Freddie Freeman up there. Tries to check his swing and does. 1-1. Freeman homered in the first, now trying to follow up Pages, who's got 3 home runs in the last 4 games.
You know what's so good about the Dodgers is when they get that pitch, the middle part of the plate, they just do not miss. And it doesn't matter if it's a fastball, a cutter, a slider, a curveball. If it's in the big part of the plate, Dodgers are going to make you pay.
Is that for good luck? Tanner Scott's hit. A 3-1 slice down the left field side into the net for strike 2.
Just make it clap.
On a 3-2. Freeman stays alive. Fouling away 99 from Senzatella. Another 3-2. Another foul ball.
Everybody clap, clap your hands. Clap your hands.
On the 8th pitch from Senzatella, Freeman slaps a base hit the other way. 2 hits tonight, both of them to the opposite field for Freeman.
Paez on that last home run stays back on that back leg. Again, it really doesn't matter what pitch you're throwing him. It's the location and where he's looking. You see he's getting a little good luck right there.
Stand a second. All right, man, whatever works. First 2 Dodgers on, one of them in with Paez's homer.
Keep your girl in my Tommy boxes. But it down, she'll say, cause you know the Frankenstein. Let me hear you, Los Angeles!
You know what's coming up next after the game? It's Access Sports Net Dodgers, presented by Mercury Insurance. Down in Club Ravine, the center field plaza, John Hartung standing by with Jerry Harrison Jr. and Nomar Garcia-Parra.
Now batting for the Dodgers.
Bottom of the 8th, 4-1 Dodgers. Andy Paez with a leadoff home run. Freddie Freeman followed with a base hit. Ross Castano will inherit Freddie on first, and Mookie Betts in the batter's box.
Been up and down with the Rockies in the last few weeks. Fastball, slider.
Throw over to first, unsuccessful. Three home runs for the Dodgers tonight. Mookie Betts had 2 of the Dodgers' 5 long balls last night.
That's the thing. The Dodgers have just been on a home run barrage. 8 home runs in the last 16 innings.
Three balls and a strike for Mookie. Betts hitless so far in this one, 0 for 3. Ahead 3-1. Castano will once again throw over to Freddie Freeman. Having a laugh with the Rocky dugout. He thinks I'm a threat? Freddie is 2 for 2 on the base paths this year. He stays for this pitch, which is pulled foul. Filling the count for Mookie. The payoff. Freeman takes off and bets down the line. Foul. Another 3-2. Another one fouled away, and Freddie has to hit the brakes between first and second. Doesn't take any extra steps that he doesn't have to. Definitely been getting in the cardio on the base pass.
Getting in his steps, right?
Yeah. Ball 4, or is it tipped into the glove? Strike 3. Goodman is saying that was tipped, and then they appeal down to first, and it's confirmed by James G.
I mean, you can't tell right there. Interesting how the first base umpire was able to see. I don't know if it was that on the check swing or was that on the. If he said that was a foul tip, that's a pretty aggressive call.
Strike 1 on Max Muncy.
I mean, Matt, he definitely, the swing was there.
Chopper to first. Infield steps in the bag. And they get Freeman at second base. So that ends the 8th inning. But it started with a home run from Andy Paez. So 4-1 Dodgers. They need 3 outs for the sweep. The Dodgers lead 4-1 in the series finale. 3 home runs. But what about these 3 defensive plays, EK?
Yeah, they're really outstanding. And that's what allowed Shohei to have that no-hitter going. Call out in the outfield, Freeland, and then Kim, first time at left field. All right, Kyle Hurt coming in to close this thing out.
A little extra pad thanks to Paez's solo home run in the bottom of the 8th. So 4-1, 3 outs away from the win. They'll face 4, 5, and 6 in the Rocky lineup. Strike 1 fouled back off the mask of Smith. In the series opener, Kyle Hurt was the first reliever out of the bullpen and gave up a leadoff home run to Ezekiel Tovar. Snapped the scoreless inning streak for the Dodger bullpen at 38 innings and also snapped a streak for himself. 14 consecutive appearances without allowing a run prior to Monday. Good changeup, gets a whiff from Goodman. 2-2.
Great downward action there by Hurt with that changeup. Has the ability to go up high with the fastball or come back with that same pitch.
On the ground to Muncy. 1 out. And a word from Pizza Hut.
Los Angeles fans know who the real MVP is of game day grub, cause no one out-pizzas the Hut.
6 no-hit innings from that man on the mound. He did give up a run on an RBI ground out. 4 walks, a career high as a Dodger, but 7 Ks. And oh yeah, he led off the game with a home run again. Ground ball to second off the bat of Johnston. 2 away. The last Dodger with 6+ no-hit innings and a home run in the same game. You got to go back to 1959, June 25th. Don Drysdale.
Okay. Big D.
Against the Phillies, the team that comes to town on Friday. Philadelphia coming off a series sweep of the Padres. The Dodgers trying to do the same thing to Colorado. Ball went up high on Castro. Whoa, the bat goes flying into the net. 1-1. Ohtani wasn't the only leading candidate for the National League Cy Young Award. Starting today, Christopher Sanchez of the Phillies. 7 scoreless against San Diego. So the scoreless inning streak for the left-hander now at 44 innings. So this guy had 6 no-hits. Sanchez 7 scoreless. Now 15 innings shy of Orel Hershiser's record.
Joined Orel in a record. Orel was the only pitcher to throw a whole month without allowing a run with a certain amount of innings. And Sanchez has joined him. That shot we just saw earlier of Shohei, though, good to see him smiling. And you know, again, we watched him tonight, and there were times where he was obviously frustrated. Again, you look at the performance, and it's elite. That's who he is. Best player in all of baseball.
And nobody else like him. A 1-2 from her. Slice foul. Two and two. Pop back out of play. And at least one more coming from Hurt to Castro. In the Phillies series, the Dodgers will start Robleski, Sasaki, and Yamamoto. One more strike to finish this series.
Some boos at times.
Tough crowd,
right?
Another 2-2 from her. Fouled back. And the fingers crossed for a positive update on Teoscar Hernandez after this one. Had to leave with the left hamstring strain. In the 9th inning, this is the 9th pitch from her. That's a sweep for LA. They handle business here at the Ravine against the Rockies, winning all 3 games.
Really a great job by the Dodgers not to fall into that trap. They had 2 great series against San Diego and Milwaukee. Looking again now towards Philly, but they took care of business against these Rockies. Great pitching. The hitting was elite. And that man, again, proves why Shohei is the best player in all of baseball. A little pitching, a little hitting, and even when he's not at his best, he is still dominant.
5th sweep of the season for the Dodgers. First career save for Kyle Hurt. Off day Thursday, back at it Friday. A big series against the surging Philadelphia Phillies. For Eric Karros, Kirsten Watson, and our crew. Matt Graham producing, Ben Dillenberger directing. I'm Stephen Elson. Thanks for being with us this series. Let's do it again this weekend, shall we?